Heading into the next several days, we're going to stay pretty consistent in our weather pattern. We've got low temperatures between 65 to 70 and afternoon temperatures around the 90-degree mark. Currently, we're sitting in the upper 80s to lower 90s at this point, not all that far off from where we were at this point yesterday. This morning, these temperatures were anywhere from 5 to 10 degrees cooler than it had been at that point. What we are still seeing a difference in is our dew points. Those are still about 5 to 10 degrees lower. Some places, though, are starting to see a little bit of that moisture coming back into our atmosphere. So heading into tonight with that drier air in place, clear skies, and pretty light winds, we're going to see temperatures falling into the lower 60s through the central part of the coastal bend and a little bit warmer towards the coast. I've got us getting to 65 in Corpus Christi and some 70s at the immediate coast. Immediate coast is also a little bit cooler than the rest of the coastal bend tomorrow. 80s there and lower 90s further inland with that southeasterly breeze sticking with us, and that is going to start to make our air stick a little bit more. We're going to see that humidity coming back. It rises through about Tuesday. We see a slight dip into Wednesday, and that'll help our morning temperatures go down just a little bit again. And then as we head into the end of the week and this weekend, the humidity levels come right back up. We have high pressure settling over the state of Texas. That is what's keeping our atmosphere dry, our skies sunny, and those afternoon temperatures above normal around that 90-degree mark. I want to point out this nor'easter that's forming on the east coast that's going to go and visit the mid-Atlantic and northeast. You can see all this energy along the cold front of it. Some of that could break off and underneath the high pressure make its way across the Gulf and towards Texas. Now, we're not really concerned about this in a tropical sense, but if that energy does come to Texas and specifically the coastal bend, and if we see enough moisture, that's going to be the key component. If we get enough moisture back in our atmosphere, we could see some low rain chances popping up late in the forecast this coming week. Now, as that high pressure continues to move over to the east, courtesy of this big low pressure pushing it away, that'll take a little bit of the sunshine away from us, and with more moisture coming around to us, that means we'll finally get a little bit more cloud cover. Now, we're also seeing that high shift to the east in our temperature outlook. You can see the bulk of it shifting from the Arklatex area over to the eastern United States as that low pressure I mentioned helps to shift everything over. So hopefully, and what this indicates to me is a pattern shift away from that high pressure sitting on top of us and blocking cold fronts to hopefully one where we could see some coming in at the end of the month and finally getting some cooler fall weather. In terms of the tropics, we have the remnants of Jerry, no longer a tropical storm, and an area of interest off the coast of Africa with a medium chance of development. Neither of those are we worried about here in the coastal bend. Tomorrow we've got a lot of sunshine and clear skies throughout the day. We start in the 60s, end in the 90s for the afternoon. Pretty much that's the forecast for this entire week. Like I mentioned, the morning temperature starting off in the 60s to near 70 and the afternoons getting to around 90 degrees. So still a little bit warm for this time of year, but at least with that lower humidity, it doesn't feel all that bad.
Yeah, not too bad out there. Thanks so much.